Happy Monday. It's your girl Pearl. What is going on, lit up fam? The BioRave squad. I don't know what to call us, but we are BioRavers. This is the BioRave movement, and welcome to the BioRave weekly community calls. I'm so happy to have you here. If you're watching the replay, amazing. Let me know that you watched the replay. If you're here for the first time, you're new to the community, welcome. I am so happy to have you. We've been having people join almost every day. And I have been having a literal party. Like every time someone joins, I'm like, oh my God. And I have a little dance party. And I'm just so happy to see how this has grown. Sorry, my hair. I just launched and like announced this movement on November 1st. And today's November 20th. And I have like probably almost 30 people in the community. Now, not everyone's in the Discord group, which is totally okay, but everyone's getting the emails and getting the updates. And so just so grateful to have you all here. And if we haven't connected yet in the DMs, please DM me. I love connecting with you guys. I love chatting with you, getting to know you more, where you're from, what you want to learn about, what you're all about, right? Because we are doing this together. We are building this movement together, right? This is not just me and I'm just gonna preach a bunch of stuff. Like, no, we are doing it together. I love getting feedback. I love hearing from you guys, right? I love hearing like what you want to learn more about, what you want to know about biohacking, right? I have some really great things coming down the line. If you want to be the first to know about them, well, actually, this group will be the first to know about them because you guys are the first in the BioRave Club. But I have two incredible offers coming out in January. We're starting in January, but I'm starting the selling process and the enrollment process right now. So you want to get in at the lowest price ever. I'm doing like a 6-week launch. So you have 6 weeks to join, but obviously the earlier you join, the better. I'm gonna be sharing more details, but I've already had people to hop in. And so if you want to hop in at the lowest price ever, if you want to really take your health to the next level, if you really want to tap into the daily habits, get accountability, get more support, right? If you love these calls, if you watched last week's sleep call and you loved it, it's gonna be more of that. But we're really gonna dive into every single habit and every single biohack and how you can implement it for yourself and to match your lifestyle on an individual level, right? It's gonna be a couple different tiers. So you can work with me on the closer level if you want, or you can keep it at a more distant level depending on your preference. But if you want to learn details about these two incredible offers, I cannot wait to drop these. You're gonna love the names of them. I'm really obsessed. I've been working behind the scenes on this for like over a month, and I'm just so excited to really help people dive deeper into their health, their well-being, bio-raving, biohacking, getting high off life, building their confidence to dance without relying on anything. Like, fam, it's gonna be an absolute vibe. And you don't even know, like, this movement is gonna be massive. Like, I have incredible ideas and things we're gonna do next year, especially around festival season. Just you wait, fam. Just you wait. Anyway, I'm so happy to be here. We're talking about motivation today. So I forgot to end that. If you want to learn more about the offers that I just shared, DM me the word deets, okay? DEETS deets on Instagram, and we can chat about which offer is the best fit for you. If you're really serious about getting your life and getting your back together, get your shit back together, right? We start in January. So if you want to start in January, you want us getting lit and really tap into your next level, take things to the next level for you, that's going to be for you, okay? Now, today's topic, talk about motivation. Motivation. This is only going to be a shorter call since at the moment currently no one is live, but that is okay. I'm going to share a bunch of things about motivation, and then I want you to watch this, and then if you have questions, drop them in a Discord chat, in the community chat, right? And I can address them on the next call, right? Or I can reply to them in the chat depending on my time that day, depending on when you share. But please consume this content, educate yourself, learn about it, and implement. The best way to learn is to implement. And so if you listen to this and you're like, oh my gosh, great, I love this, implement, get feedback, drop questions. You know, the best way to learn is through that practical experience. So, motivation. Motivation. You guys see that reel that's trending? It's like motivation. I'm totally butchering it, but he has like an accent and he's like motivation, motivate. Anyway, it's trending, and I just thought about that right now. But motivation. Now, there's so many things out there about motivation. Some of them are great, some of them not so great. And I'm just gonna always say, like, everything I share always comes back down to you, what feels good to you, what feels most aligned to you, right? Also, I'm gonna share some science, some facts, some hard facts and things. But it's in the implementation that we really get to tweak things and make it more aligned for us. And that's the biggest part of what I do with people. Like, yes, we get to eat vegetables and go to sleep early and build healthy habits and think about ourselves better and drink more water and all the things. But also, it's like, what does that look like for you specifically in your life? And how's that really going to help you take action every single day, right? What's that going to look like? And so, what I share is going to be very valuable. This information literally changed my entire life. Once I understood this point, and I talk about this a lot because this is everything. Like, if we don't feel motivated to do things, we don't usually do them, right? Or we procrastinate, or we push it off, or we have to drag and force ourselves to do it. And at that point, it's like you're not in that mood, you're not energized. Like, there's a few factors to this. But some of the things I'm going to share will absolutely change your life. And motivation is really the key to so much what we do in this movement, right? Because we want to be healthier, we want to be happier, we want to look good, feel fit, be a better dancer, whatever it is, right? Be lit up. But getting the motivation to do these things and take action is the key, okay? So I'm going to talk about a couple things and I'm going to break it down. So hopefully you understand. And if not, no one's live, so I can't tell. But if you're watching the replay, you have questions, drop them in the chat. And also tag me if you're watching this. If you're watching this, like, yo, this is what I needed to hear. Like, someone needs to hear this. Tag someone, tag me, share it to your stories, whatever. Invite someone to the club. All right. Anyway, motivation. One thing I know for a fact, and I actually listened to a podcast episode about this. I'm going to break it down in my own interpretation, in my words. It was an Andrew Huberman podcast. And if you don't know him, he has a lot of incredible podcasts. Very, very like sciencey, research based, long podcast, long form. And it's a really good resource if you ever have time, like an hour or 2 hours to listen to a topic. He is great. A lot of sciencey stuff. So one of the biggest things he shared in this podcast was actually about how dopamine is one of the biggest pieces of motivation, right? We all know this. Dopamine is our motivation neurotransmitter, right? Is our motivation initiator, basically, dopamine, right? And dopamine is related to our pleasure and reward system, okay? Now, one fact I learned about the brain that literally changed my entire life is that the brain loves pleasure and avoids pain. Okay. So knowing that fact, this is going to make a lot of sense when we talk about motivation and how to get more motivation, how to feel more motivated towards doing a thing, right? And how to keep that motivation and stay consistent. There's a lot of pieces to this. I'm going to really keep it simple. Don't only mention a couple. Okay. So now we know that, okay, the brain likes pleasure and avoids pain. So you're like, okay, why am I not motivated? If you're asking yourself, okay, I want more motivation, like I'm just lacking motivation, like, wow, it's getting dark, or I'm just not feeling as lively or as into things as I usually would be, XYZ. The first thing I want you to look at is this thing actually something I really, really want to do? Like, is this thing actually something I desire to do? Is this thing aligned? Is it feeling good? Like, there is a nice balance. Like, not everything we do in our life we're gonna love. Okay, I know that for sure. But there are some things in our life that we make ourselves do because we think we need to do it or we should be doing it because of some external thing that has imprinted on our brains that make us think we have to do this thing, right? Here's an example. I have a couple clients and they think they have to post carousel posts. Okay, we all know if you want to grow on social media, if you want to grow your business and get clients online, social media is an incredible tool for that. And you need to post social media to build your audience, right? Okay, we get that. Now, they think that they have to post on carousels. So I had a session with a client and she really was struggling with these carousels. She's like, man, I don't know why. Like, I don't want to make time to make content. I keep procrastinating making content. Like, content's been really hard for me these days. I'm just not feeling motivated towards doing it. And I was like, why? She's like, well, it takes me like an hour to write a carousel. I'm like, oh, interesting. Like, why do you think it takes so long to write a carousel? And she was like, I don't know, like I just had to format it and it has to look like this way. And I was trying to get the margin, like writing this and I figured out how to make things work well on the carousel posts and make them look nice, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I was like, okay, then why do you think you have to do carousels? If they're that much work for you, if you don't want to make them perfect or they're stressing you out, causing you anxiety because they don't look perfect, even though they don't have to be perfect. And she was like, well, I thought carousels were what was working. Like I thought that's what we're supposed to do, to post on Instagram, to grow on Instagram. And I was like, I truly believe that you get to do whatever feels best for you when it comes to posting content. Like what way do you enjoy posting content? Like how do you enjoy sharing information to your customers, to your audience? Like what works best? Like how do you like to do that? And she was like, I love going live. She's like, I actually love going live. I'm like, well, go live. Like it gets to be that simple. And guess what? She wanted to go live because she actually likes going live. She likes speaking instead of typing. And then she went live. She got like 3 clients from that one live versus her spending an hour writing a carousel that wouldn't have gotten her clients because she wasn't aligned and it wasn't the best way she was going to be sharing her information. She went live for 10 minutes and got 3 clients. And I actually need to make a post about that. But so, first thing to assess, what is it that you're doing? Why are you doing it? Is it aligned? Is there a better way that you can be doing this thing? Are you putting a bunch of rules and restrictions and, thinking that it needs to be this certain thing? Okay. Now, once you've assessed that, you're like, okay, no, actually, I want to be doing this thing. I truly believe like if it's something you truly want to be doing, you're going to have the motivation to do it. You don't have to convince me twice to go dancing because I love dancing. You don't have to convince me twice to go to a festival or go to one of my favorite friends' houses or go to a show, right? Right? Like I wanted that's fun. I want to do that. I love doing that, right? Okay, so some things we're gonna have a natural energy towards. So I always ask myself, if this thing is something I can't avoid doing and I don't love doing it, how can I make it more fun? How can I make it more aligned? How can I make this more something I want to be doing? There's lots of ways to do that, but one way is to shift your perspective on it, right? How can you make it more of you? How can you make this something that's actually gonna help you do it in a better way? That's gonna help you get motivated to do it. Okay. So kind of think outside the box instead of always thinking about it has to be a certain way, has to do this. Okay. That's one piece that's gonna help you get motivated to do the thing if you actually want to be doing a thing. Okay. Now, sorry, excuse me, an apple earlier. The other piece, and this was one of the biggest pieces that I learned from the podcast, and I actually already knew this, but the way he articulated it was super cool. So, within the context of how we describe and think about the task that we need to do or the action that we need to do within that, that can either create resistance or create a feeling of motivation and desire to do the thing. Okay. Now, break that down. How we think about a thing can help us become more motivated towards doing the thing. It is how we think about it that creates dopamine. And he was actually saying there's research that shows that there's almost as much dopamine released through thinking about doing a thing as doing the thing. Because dopamine gets released when we complete a task, when we do something, which is great. But it also gets released when we think about and anticipate doing a thing. But here's the thing, here's the catch, it's anticipation of positive outcomes. Anticipation of positive outcomes is motivation. Anticipation of negative outcomes is anxiety. So, how can we flip the script and the narrative of how we're speaking about things in our mind, in our brain, to create more dopamine release versus more anxiety release, which then further demotivates us, right? So, it's like instead of thinking, oh, what if it doesn't work out? Oh, what if I fail? What if I look stupid? What if I get judged? Oh, like, oh, when you make yourself feel really bad and you're like anxious because what if that happens? Oh, no, like, and you create a really negative feeling around the thing. I'm going to give you a really good example after this. Instead, we flip the script and we share and we think about the thing. It's like, hey, what if this ends up being incredible? What if I end up having a great time? What if I make a new friend? What if I do it better than I did before? What if I feel really good after doing it? I feel more confident. What if this ends up being the thing that's going to help me do XYZ and get to that goal? What if it gets to be this? Like, what if it gets to be positive? And even in that visualization, in that contextualization, the narrative of the thing that's positive, that releases dopamine. Okay. And within that, you get to have more positive emotions. You feel motivated to do the thing. And then you do the thing, which also releases dopamine. And then there's a third piece to even release more dopamine. Okay. Here's the thing, I'm a drug addict. Okay. I will happily share that I'm a drug addict, but I am addicted to the positive, healthy release of the drugs through the things that I do every single day to release more drugs in my body every single day. So I don't need coffee. I don't need energy drinks. I don't need anything. I don't need drugs or alcohol or anything because I understand how to release that naturally and I do it on a daily basis. And because of that, I'm optimized for so many other things. My brain is fucking on fleek, on fire. It's lit. And that's what we do in the BioRave community. And that's what I'm here to help you do. Because truly, what I'm super passionate about is the neuroscience and the biohacks and the daily habits behind helping you feel as incredible as possible. And feeling comes down to those emotions we're feeling, which comes down to your thoughts, which comes down to your narrative and beliefs. So we must shift our narrative and beliefs if you want to feel better. And if you want to be lit up and be confident and take action, be motivated and feel good in our bodies, even if we're out there dancing sober and not have these anxious thoughts come through. We got to train our brain to do that on a daily basis. So this tool here, shifting your thoughts, your what if negative thoughts to what if positive thoughts to release more dopamine, to get you more motivated to do the thing. Let me tell you, this is going to change your life. Like if you're watching this right now, this is going to change your life. Like it changed my life. That's how the brain works. So here's a really good example. And I'm going to share a last point and then we're going to wrap up because this is all you need to know. But the important thing is you implement this every single day. Like when I was starting this, I was doing this every single day, all day. Every time a negative what if would come up, or I was feeling anxious, or I was like doubting myself, or I was, having all these things because I used to struggle with anxiety myself. I was like, oh my God, if it doesn't work or not, especially in business and entrepreneurship, yo, fam, your girl was not doing the things, was not doing anything. I was struggling a lot of the time, forced myself to do things that I hated doing things out of alignment, out of lack, out of scarcity. And I was like shifting my mindset all the time. Okay, no, what if it works? No, it's gonna work. How can you make it? How can you make this work? How can you make it you do this in the way that you like? Okay, no, Pearl, you're gonna do this. Let's think about how we can make it work. How can we be better? How can we, have more energy? How can we move our body right now? What do you need? Do you need some water? Like all these things I'm gonna keep talking about, but like it's shifting the mindset and shifting and taking action and shifting and doing the things and every single day, right? Because we are rewiring our brain. At the gist of it, we are rewiring our brain. And that takes mad repetition. That takes mad positive emotions. That takes visualization and so many other things. To rewire our brain takes that daily repetition, that daily chipping away at the old conditioning that needs to get the fuck off. The old conditioning that's old. We need to get it out, needs to go in the garbage. But it's a process. And every day to this day, I still do it. So anyway, here's the thing. This example I use with every single person in my life. Maybe you've heard it. I've talked about on Instagram so much in my lives. You want to go to the gym. Let's say you want more motivation to go to the gym. Okay? Beautiful. So this is how most people think about the gym. And this is why they don't have motivation to go towards the gym. They're like, oh, okay, I should go to the gym. Oh man, I don't want to get sweaty. I don't have enough time. It's gonna take me a long time to get there. I'm gonna eat dinner late. Oh man, I don't know if I have any cute sets. Do I have any matching sets? Oh, I want to look good at the gym, but I can't wear like a t-shirt at the gym. People are gonna think I don't look good. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man, like I don't know the proper exercises. I'm gonna look stupid. I don't know what I'm doing at the gym. Like I don't want to just, sit there and in the corner looking like I'm dumb and don't know what I'm doing or do the wrong form. And people are gonna look at me and oh, I'm gonna get all sweaty. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna be sore after. Oh, like, what if I don't get to blah, blah, blah. Okay. And they go through this whole thing. And tell me how that makes you feel. That whole narrative right there, that doesn't make you feel excited to go to the gym. That doesn't make you feel like you want to go to the gym. Like, that makes you feel like, why would I want to go to the gym? One thing that I shifted in my brain that really helped me with this is like, we gotta pretend our brain is like a little kid that we're trying to get to do something. Okay. We are retraining ourselves basically. So it is a little kid. And we got to give it reasons why it wants to do the thing. That was not a compelling argument. Another thing that I just recently heard someone put a twist on this was like, you're a lawyer defending a case. You're a lawyer and you got to support your case. That was not a good support case for why you should go to the gym. Was it? No, it wasn't. Okay. So then let's say this person who had this negative narrative went to the gym. They were like, okay, fine, I'm gonna go to the gym. I know I probably should go. Well, okay, goes to the gym, does their workout. Then they come home and they're like, oh, I'm so tired. Like, man, I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do at the gym. Like, oh, I didn't get sweaty enough. I don't even know if I did it right. I didn't do anything right. Like, oh, is that even gonna work? Am I gonna get any results? Well, I don't have abs yet. Okay. And again, that's another negative experience, another negative imprint. And so next time you say you want to go to the gym, your brain or subconscious mind is like, hell no, like hell no, sis, we're not going to the gym. You didn't. That was not a pleasurable experience. We didn't have a good time last time. Remember last time? And then it tells you all the things that you did and made you not want to go to the gym because that wasn't a good experience. And you make it then that repeats every single time. Okay, now that's how most people experience most things in life. Now, I would come in to a client and be like, okay, first of all, why do you want to go to the gym? Do you have to go to the gym? Do you want to do something else? Can you dance instead? Can you do Pilates instead? Maybe go for a run, maybe do yoga. Why is it the gym? You can move your body in many other ways. So they ask you, what is your preferred way to move your body? How do you love moving your body? And then people will come up with ways that they love moving their body because your body knows what it wants to do. Your body is so smart. Always coming back to yourself and your body and what it wants to do. So you're like, oh yeah, actually, no, I really love yoga. Cool, do yoga, nice. And then obviously, I'd probably talk about a proper routine and like how to get some more cardio in there, how to get some more resistance training in there. Side topic, but now you do something you actually enjoy doing that you'll have less resistance to, which is beautiful, amazing. So you might not need to have the whole narrative around you doing yoga because you already like doing yoga. You're like, oh yeah, of course, let's do yoga. I love yoga. Easy. Now, if there is resistance coming up and you want to be more motivated to do something, like let's say you do actually want to go to the gym. All right. And you do have like those thoughts of, oh my gosh, what if I don't look good, or what if I look stupid, or don't do the right form, what if I hurt myself, etc., etc. Here's where you want to flip the switch and flip the narrative from what if bad to what if good, and set yourself up for success, right? If there's something you don't know how to do, figure out how to do it. If you need support with figuring out how to do something at the gym, figure it out. Ask someone, watch YouTube, ask me, ask a trainer at the gym. Like, there is nothing wrong with asking for help if you need that. Okay. Now, of course, being very self aware is super important. Now you got to be like, okay, well, I want to go to the gym. Great. Oh my gosh, of course you want to go to the gym. And you got to convince yourself why. Because when I go to the gym, I'm going to feel good. I'm going to listen to my favorite songs. I'm going to have a dance party. And then I'm going to do that exercise that I love doing. And then I'm going to feel really good. And I'm going to look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, wow, you did a great job. And then when I see that hot guy at the gym who's really cute, maybe he'll come talk to me. And then I'm going to, I don't know, and you make up a story of why you want to go to the gym. Because when I hit festival season, I'm gonna look bomb as fuck in my festival clothes, and I'm gonna be looking like a snack because I'm gonna have toned arms and a nice booty that I'm gonna be shaking, some dancing, okay? And just that narrative right there, that positive narrative, release dopamine, okay? Which I mean, dude, that you don't have to tell me twice why I want to go to the gym. That sounds lit. Like I was like, yeah, I want to go to the gym, of course. That sounds fun, right? Okay. So now you do that, your brain's like, okay, cool. I could get behind that. Let's go to the gym. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to music. It's gonna be fun. Like we get to look cute. We get to build a booty for a festival season. Like, okay. And then when you go to the gym, when you're at the gym, you're like, nice, look at what we're doing it. We're doing the gym thing. That released dopamine. You did the thing you said you're gonna do, release dopamine. Amazing. Yeah. Oh, we're at the gym, we're killing it. Yeah. Oh, okay, great. And then after the gym, you gotta be like, yo, we went to the gym. That was so great. I'm feeling amazing. I love that fact that I went, I committed to myself, whatever you want to say. Good job, Pearl. Give yourself a pat on the back. Giving yourself a positive recognition, celebration, reward after will reinforce that positive habit that you want to create and will also release more dopamine. Okay. So we got 3 dopamine releases in that whole scenario versus none, versus negative thinking, versus feeling like shit, versus having anxiety. We don't want that first scenario I talked about. You want the second scenario that's way more positive and you have more dopamine release. So next time we're like, okay, we're gonna go to the gym. Your brain's like, yes, we are, because last time I had a good time and we felt good and we gave ourselves some congratulations and celebration after, and that was lit, and I feel good, and I want a nice booty for festival season. And your brain's like, yeah, gym, woo. Because your brain now attaches the action of going to the gym to a desirable future outcome. The more you can do that, you will never, like, you will generate motivation on fucking instantly. The word I didn't, it's not coming to me, but because your brain's gonna be like, of course I want to go to the gym. Of course I want to do this thing because it's tied to my future vision. And that's how I motivated for this movement every single day in my life. Of course, I'm going to come on here and talk to you, even if no one's on live, because in the future, I'm going to have a freaking festival around this BioRave movement. And I'm going to change people's lives through sober dancing. And that makes me so fucking happy. Now, you need to understand that it needs to be tied into your mission and vision and your purpose. And if you need clarity on that, maybe that's something you need to talk about or assess. But if you can tie your daily task to your whole vision, purpose, and mission and your soul's alignment, you're never going to run out of motivation. You're never going to run out of motivation. Like, it's impossible because your soul is aligned. That's what your body wants to do. That's what your universe is like. Oh my God, this person is here to do this and they're tapped in. So, of course, I'm going to give you the energy to do this. People think I'm like some weird mutant, literally, because I have endless energy. It's not, no, I'm not a mutant because I biohack. I have energy for days because my physical energy is on point because of all the habits I do. My mindset's on track because I release dopamine and I have my neurotransmitters releasing all the time naturally through the habits I've conditioned myself to do. And my soul is aligned and I know what I want to do and I'm lit up by my mission, my vision, my purpose. Those, like, that combination, I can never run out of energy. And I also believe that, like, there's a big mindset piece of this because your thoughts are literally everything, which is a whole fucking other topic. It's impossible to run out of energy. So that's my little spiel. That's motivation in a nutshell. There's obviously so much more to it, but that's literally one of the most important things you need to know because that's exactly how the subconscious brain works. And if you want to have more motivation, you need to release more dopamine and you need to have the pleasure reward system working for you. Okay. And that is the T right there. So if you're watching this replay, this was so freaking good. Like, I didn't even think I was going to spill what I just spilled. That was fire. I was divinely channeled to share that. This is going to change your life. Don't sleep on this information. Okay. You need to maybe watch this again. The replays will be in a Discord channel. I'm going to send this email out. Watch it again, watch it more than once, tag me, share your insights, share your takeaways in the Discord community chat. I want to see that chat starting to pop off. I'm going to pop more in there as well. And implement this, change your narrative, shift your thinking. Okay. If you haven't listened to my visualization yet, in the resources tab, there's a visualization that will help you with your mindset, help rewire your brain. And I highly recommend you listen to this visualization every single morning. And this is what we're going to talk more and more about in my offers. Okay. So if you want to learn more about how to get into my offers and how to get your exact action plan and get my support through the process to literally becoming the most lit human being through aligning all the things I just talked about, this is for you. DM me the word deets if you want to be in this. It's going to be so freaking good. But otherwise, watch this again and again, take notes, shift your mindset, shift your narrative, really work on these things and create those positive emotions, create a dopamine release around the things you want to be doing. And then your life is going to change every single day, baby. Let's get it. All right. So I'm going to go send you so much love. Let's get lit. Okay. We're going to slay it. I'll see you next week. If you have any suggestions for next week, let me know. Actually, I know I'm talking about next week. So I'm just not going to say anything, but always drop anything you want to learn about and I'll plan it for the next few weeks coming up. Super grateful to have you all here. If you're watching this, especially the replay, you are a freaking champ. Give yourself a little pat on the back, a little reward, positive affirmations for watching this replay. And I'll see y'all later. Okay, bye.